Hey, hello. Oh, it's Friday. It's Final Fantasy, and it's time for Hildibrand. Now, a bit of a little caveat. I may have already started this a little bit before by accident while doing the summer holiday event. I mistook the thing I clicked on, and turns out I was starting Hildibrand, so it's not perfectly started at the start of the quest. It's just a little bit after, as everybody gets here and is introduced to the situation. But it's still the same quest, just missing the first conversation. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Cadrell. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Durilda, stole off with the Treaty Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Perfect mannerisms. Intriguing. Where most will point out the sheer physical perfection of the disguise, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will, and yet, like you, this was a secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Durilda. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them so utterly and completely, not even their closest friends or family could detect aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Coast del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our Phantom, Cadrell. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade, one of the guests. A brass blade. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question the brass plates in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods. Please, free me from this change before the snippers eat me alive. Yeah, now tell me all you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived at Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Remu gave us our orders, who would be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack in the back of my head. When I came to, here it was, stripped of my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you refused order from Master Guguremu. Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but... one was Morgant, father of the groom. The other was the Lalafalin gent from Linsa. Yalto Nelto. Now try to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There was also the steward, Lewenhard. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yaltonoto, and Leeuwenhout. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proven astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead and, for the love of the gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Ah, there you are, friend. And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and Inspector Bryden's Avenue of Enquiry bear fruit? Morgant, Yaltonoto, and the Stuart Leeuwenhout, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha! If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you to be the rogue that you are. Let's go, ta-ta. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear. Miss Ellie, ready your quill, and you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored act of parley, handed down from Mandover men of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can't think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! This is why you're my favorite assassin, not you? Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Guguremu. And a fine evening it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. 26 nonsense. Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards! Now hold your chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. Come to save the lolly lass from the clutches of the Phantom Thief, have you? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, eh, Vance? Phantom Thief. Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty. Indeed, to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Ha ha! He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effect. Fashion-challenged youth, most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's me, Vance. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly is a father's son. A worthy heir to the Bruger Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho ho! That reminds me, Master Vance. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Ha ha. The time-honored Mandeville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoken up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interaction between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to master plan. I should only turn the trust of the families before confronting Yaltonoldo and Lewenhard, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. I'm Vance, heir to the chairmanship of Brigade Consortium. And who exactly are you again? I'm sorry, I just realized that I don't particularly care. Vance is my own flesh and blood, heir to the Brigade Consortium. I barely need saying that they settle for no less than more storied beauty of the realm over. All I have done to raise Arabelle to a beautiful young woman has been in anticipation for this day. I've never been more proud to call myself her father. That's kind of creepy, my dude. I thought Guguren was what we saw. I'm not seeing your faces around here. With the East Elder Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Somebody would say we are the East Elder Trading Company. Ha 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 ha. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell. Is the Lapis maiden as lovely as they say? Sainana here is no such herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. But where are my manners? Yaltonoldo of the Brigade Consortium, and this is my wife, Sainana. I look forward to my profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time, while with all the manner of the fell beasts and beasts been taking aim at our waves. Why, just the other day a shipment of imported foodstuff was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dust them up myself and make a salad out of... You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent to be here honing my body and mind with a fist of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantras once a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by ruthless bands of rogue vegetables, known as the Mandragoras, yes? Ah! Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit and vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Well, they struck at the lauder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Saina. Forgive my wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare me speech. Carry on, lads. Emily, none of those three were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find the way. Come, Nashu. We must move quickly, or the Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was it? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But there's no time for us to be standing around, Inspector Briarden will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuff to which Master Lewenhard spoke. Should we find any contradiction in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briarden will be back before long. Come, Nashu. This is no time to delay. Nashu is such a kind soul. Crates of assorted foodstuff and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that man Lewenhard spoke true. You gots. Are those explosives? I expect concealed among these coconuts. Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down. You see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies. But what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. And I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu. But in this event, I feared it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briarden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to fire demise. Confounding Inspector Briarden, explode, or fire demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Oh. Don't look, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briarden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. John and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return to your creations once Inspector Briarden has been let safely from the scene. An investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. What was the business of betrothal? Burst of inspiration. Inspector Brian will share with you his latest findings. Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Aha, indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Katrina and I have been waiting for you to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An accident idea, Miss Ellie. And yes, that spot over there by the crates should suffice. There of all places? But surely we can find something more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That jungle little beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy, indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Kadril. I'll figure out some way to lead them clear of the bombs. I would just blow them up. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by a quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be a thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yatonolto, and Leeuwenhard. The 3 of us shall split up, with each us keeping watch over... Are the 2 of you listening? Of course we are. Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap, we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there is no need. Wait here and I shall build us a fire. Bad idea. Bad idea. Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating a suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitely small. Infinitesimal. Sorry, misread. And there he found the stick. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just have a flintstone on my person. No. There is no cause of alarm. 'Tis not blood that can course us through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Eee, it's flying! What have we here? Everything is proceeded according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? I love this quest line. Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual card, see? Doubtless it's just idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. Final page. Founding Inspector Bryden will meet a fiery demise. Ah! Only Hildibrand! Only Hildibrand! That's so good, so good. I love it so much. You saw through the fiend's ruse. But how? Let's just call reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? Ringing in my ears, but otherwise no words for the wear. You have my gratitude. Oh God, don't let these two hit it off. Hildibrand Mandeville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. Or a bite of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance, yes. Vigilance is the order of the day. What the hell are you doing? What in the name of the gods? False teeth. Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined. Ruined! Agent of Enquiry? More like Agent of Injury and Incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you, very lot of you, rot in a jail. I always forget the gale. It's written Gale, or it's pronounced jail. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Guguremo bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods! This is no thief, this is a madman! As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables are in particular short supply these days, but with the mandragoras at large. If I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras, I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rare was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it was very closely resembled the Orsian dragon pepper, save for its color, which is a deep purple. Methinks you don't worry too much, Mr. Lewenhardt. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal our precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soldier in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to the rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sudimal of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads for the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of the current whereabouts, it will be him. Without those ingredients, Master Guguremo is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. If you come from the Mandragoras, I'll be a havel bale to late. As were we, blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on the shipment of vegetables that did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. By his own vessel in sheer terror, it did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. Merchant fled for airport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you were a man to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his hot tale. Ah, is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry dock by Fisherman's Water will carry us to airport. Let us be swiftly on our way. Can I just go to airport? Yeah, I can go straight to airport. Good. Hey, don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do ye? You'd be singing a different tune if I showed off the tomato juice. Almost took out your eye, said he did mine. My eye! By the time I regained my wits, they'd also set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined! Ruined! I never see another bleeding onion until the end of my days. It'll be too soon. I love this. Mandragoras are a band of feral vegetables. To hear most say it, the mandragoras are a nasty lot. A right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow friends from our larders and tables is just the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umber and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression. I could have sworn I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if it isn't the undead overlord with fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you... could be the adventurer, the best of the thieving duelist in single combat? Yes. Oh, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true that you always travel with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that's near here and there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't certainly keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's the fate of... And that's the fate we're in for if we don't... Hey. And that's the fate we're in if we don't leave this revolution in the butt. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind in the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them. Before the harvest comes. For watching Sublo HQ, MTQ Capture, Authors, Savix, Mr. Sekai, Asmon Gold, Circle of YouTube's videos, YouTube's media streams. Welcome. That's a esteemed company right there. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. I love this anniversary mount. It's so cool. More into... Yet another gaze upon me. Oh, this one's the other end of the beach. There's another hostile gaze. Is that the only thing we're going to be feeling? Hostile gazes? I think we're about to start a fight. So this will be merciless because this is a level 50 quest. I'm level 90. Poor Mandragoras won't know what hit him. Of course it's Hildibrand. Friends, my pursuit of Mandragoras has led me to beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here somewhere. Let's go with the Mandragoras. We're not for remaining close pursuit of a quarry. I'll ferry you on the surface. As long as I don't let myself be hit by those. There we go. Andragoras is slain. Now we go back to Coastal Assault. Heart, you return. I fear you might end up a tasty snack for a crazy head of cabbage. There you go, my man. The stolen foodstuffs. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if the purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Guguremu is quite particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. A wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the case. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Oh, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe. A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Lowenhart described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for custodial soul. How curious. Did I say purple? I mean purplish blue or bluish purple. The two colors are quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ah, the charade is up! After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. You can run, but you cannot... Huh? If you thought you could outsprint this mandible man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eoldia, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Except this is not the guy. Drawn in by a snipper. A fitting end for an noble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. No mask at all. Where am I? Who are you? Playing the fool, Willoughby, you're not. I see you come in. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. and bombs put in by Nashu. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! I must find her at once. Oh, my head! It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is true, Leeuwenhart. I swear on my life that this is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instance, he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely he had time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we know that the thief has suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Leeuwenhart back to the estate that will might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. It's an evil onion. Oh my god, it's them again. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Oh. Then it would appear that our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Onion power! The game is afoot, inspectors. They're adorable. Can I have them? Now, what match shall I wear to the ball? Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds would measure against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much I have heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still, your gentle heart. For as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Mandeville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send you a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? To tell you the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vance. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me his glass of betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure, wear it always. The message said, I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage against a youth you have not even met. Unconscionable. Father says that this marriage must happen, and it's for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Uldan. But if I may be bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lowen in as well, though as a servant rather than a son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me, he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vance, if that will make Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely, you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. A case of indecency. With a maiden radiance virgin hanging in the balance, Hildibrand must hasten back to Costa del Sol. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested mandible art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art I would impart on you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. Now I shall prove it invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations. All failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me! Inspector Briarden! I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate. I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. Hee hee. I was having a bite. There is no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector, Vance and his family would not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the Inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're an expert at creating diversions. Can you just knock something over, blow something up or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briarden, I knew the day would come when you would recognize my many talents. Worry not but Master Vance. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must be done. Poor Sob lacks even the wits to understand he's being insulted. Now the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Kajal, find some suitable ordinary grab and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. You know, for all his talent, I really want to smack Briarden around a bit. It's like, my guy, I know you're good, but the next time you insult me or treat me like crap, you and I are going to have a problem. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Greetings, friend. Oh, what does you have for me? Heavens, God, but why? Miss Arabella, while the thief is still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change those clothes and I promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious and Lord Vance. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. You should do as the inspector says, Arabella. Miss Arabella, your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. If Father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with the banquet dress, Inspector? I'll bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return to the festivities before the festivities begin. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vance at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? What is this? Why? This is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit there's some confusion as to what you would do with it. But worry not. I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vance before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friends. I assure you that Inspector Bryden and I have the situation entirely control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Will you be in person, Bryden? You will not elude me this time, fiend. I think he's disguising himself as Bryden. At least that's what it seems, because the NPCs are all in the same place. Curses! Curses! How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Coastal Soul for today's feast, co-hosted by the Brugger Consortium and East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalton side and our honored guests. It is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vance, future chair of Brigade Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugurem of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple will exchange their eternal vows here today that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Mandeville, you had one job. It's Hildibrand dressed up, isn't it? She's beautiful. It's Hildibrand. Were the rabble expecting all it was? She is my bride after all. It's Hildibrand. Milady, They say a mutual sensing with the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bra, you cross-dressing pervert? Sorry, deviant. Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenseless before me. The game is up, Vans, or shall I call you by another name, thief of many faces? Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears my masterful deductions have proven beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. Well, there is no soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty. There were 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Guguremu, and her steward, Lowenheart. As you have admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vance, you would have your first glimpse of your bride to be today. Consider in this light, would you say that your actions upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who would know at a glance I was another fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. I love that the music ends. And anyone else with half their wits about them. Oh, how? Dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest the pervert at once. Lock him up in the jail and throw away the key. Arabella. Oh, thank God you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman around. A glove in his right hand. Could it be? Let me at him. Let me at him. Hildibrand was right. The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him! Love them. They're the best. You came all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. That's awesome. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear the real Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. What, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I could ever hope for. Vance and his wife were furious, of course, then our marriage has been called off. Perhaps it is for the best. I will find my own way to make my father happy, by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of the gods, someone find him a change of clothes. One thing still puzzles me. The thief Challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he took only her necklace. Now that you mention it, Master Guguremu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bugare collection, known by many as the Zamus virtue. The Maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. And not make mistakes. Those two are gonna become best friends. I just know it. They're gonna be best of buddies. Oh, the poor onion! Over here, Inspector. It says, made you look. The fiend place us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notion of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. If he attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you call me out by name. Mark my words. When next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was a phantom thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the phantom thief. Most certainly. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Huh? I want the Mandragoras all as plushies. That's a bunch of plushies of Mandragora. Poly minigame. You unlock the poly minigame until you have as many a Mandible Man has before by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Okay? Gentlemen will return. The victor goes a priceless treasure. Isn't Uros from... what is his name? Ultros. Ultros is here in the Mandeville quest? The hell? And the key to the next case is the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, is it it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Bye. I love Nashu.